Okay, listen. For those of you who think I'm bullshitting out here and think that, like, okay, I have to be fucking cocky or some shit, you're not realizing that a lot of my videos are based on anger. And you're supposed to reverse the key aspects that I'm being blatant about, like fucking anger, okay? It's misguided, it's unneeded, right? So reverse it, all right? Kindness, karma. I need you to understand something. I'm trying to teach you guys the mind frame to crack this code. Okay, it's not being fucking cocky or any of that bullshit. All right, duality. If you guys keep thinking I'm fucking playing about this, man, it was in GTA San Andreas. It was a mini game. It was based on asteroids. We already have mention of 24/7, the fucking stores that we go to, and we have mention of Mad Dog's crib. And if you don't think about the Mad Dog relation, it's the fucking record in Franklin's room. Mad Dog, okay? They show reference to him in the game, point blank. It's based on asteroids. The core mechanics of duality in similar to asteroids, in which the player must control a spaceship in 2D space. Think about it. What else was 2D that had something to do with GTA? GTA 2. Wordplay. Cost of energy. The shit is all correlated, you guys. We're just not realizing things. Alright? I need you guys to have faith in me. For those who are unsavable, just don't watch my videos. If you think that your debunking skills are as strong as your theories, then run with your theories. This has nothing to do with being cocky. We already understand things about a rooster. And seriously, you guys, like, I need you to really listen to me, okay? I'm not trying to be a fucking dick, but it's no different than what the fuck I've been saying. Look, inversion. They've been talking about this shit in the folklore, in the game, okay? Fuck. Even what's, and you know what's crazy, aside from Mad Dog being referenced in the game? Check this out. We already know nightclubs and fucking bars are in the game. Just check it out. Look at 24/7. Check this shit out. Red, gold, green. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, this shit has nothing to do with being cocky. You just gotta, fuck, just have faith. That's all it is. Have faith in your boy. That's all it really is, man. Shit. Listen, you can call this far-fetched, whatever the fuck. Like I said, and I've said in many videos, you can have your own thought and not even watch the video. I want you to just understand what belief really means. You're putting into play that something might be real or might not. They're dualities. All right, it's a huge part of this fucking mystery, and that's why one part of trying to debunk shit is going to stay on one side debunking shit all day, and it's just real. I'm sorry, it's just fucking fact when it comes to this shit, because there's two spectrums. All right, there's two sides of the vertical plane. It's think about it. Even Da Vinci, he created that study of the man who was split in half. You know what I mean? Think about it, man. On how the man was equal sides and mirrored images, dude. Like, it's all fucking tied together, because just like a maze, everything is tied together, but there are bullshit routes that you can fuck around and take, like debunking, and that shit will keep your ass there with fake UFOs, or not necessarily fake, but just ones that ain't even reacting or doing any fucking thing, okay? There's a whole nother side of the shit that, like, unlocks shit. And honestly, it's because you're not creating all of the possibilities. You're not being upward with generosity toward ideas. And this isn't for anyone specific. This is for just everyone in general who thinks that what I'm saying towards duality and everything is just like bull. It's based on the same ethic of a tree. I mean, really think about it. From one, okay, becomes two, all right? Think about it. You got two evens, right? That go up. And then from those two, you got two other dualities, man. It's just like this shit is like a lot of fucking things, right? It's crazy, and I know it seems like what the fuck, like oh you're just spewing a bunch of bullshit, man, dude. Do you know how hard it would have been for them to really explain all of this shit to y'all in a fun way for y'all to like really play the game? You wouldn't, because it would be a fucking documentary. Why do you think all my episodes are fucking like 15 minutes long and shit? Because it's hard to explain this shit to a mass audience. You know why? That's why they said the shit was so these Easter eggs that they thought we would never find. Dude said, I quote, there are so many things that are obscured with so many other things that some people would probably never find them. So understand, some people won't, because they're gonna be sitting there worrying about the negatives all day and why shit don't connect. But it's because you're wasting your time doing that and not connecting the things and being positive towards the ideas. That's why anytime someone brings an idea to the table, I'm not negative towards it, but be positive. That's the same ethic they're talking about, okay? Now, I need you to understand it's the same thing as a mirrored image with twins, and you just kind of keep split. Dualities will go on forever. You know what I mean? Like seriously. And then from those you split. It lit, dude. It's a tree. Like, do you not understand what they're getting at? It's weird, but it's dualities. Like they split into so many possibilities that no wonder why we as a community would have never figured all of this shit out. They meant it. They meant it. Okay, they knew that probably three people would figure it out, and it's crazy as fuck. All right, I have a big understanding on it, but do I have a fucking jetpack? No. Okay, listen to what I'm telling you. I never claim to have one. Not one of my videos says I have one. I only have one video that says I found something, and the cold part is that that shit was found because I found the actual symbolism of the egg, and it's our fucking location thing on, like, that was their symbolism in Thai. That was one of the dualities, okay? Like, listen, you need to understand something. You thinking that the logic of a dinosaur egg or an alien egg is part of this part of the spectrum of it's part of this part of the tree, okay? But who's to say that this tree is like the negative path? You know what I mean? I mean, like, here's the thing. The way it goes is like, if we were to go up here, right, and then say one side was lies, okay, and one side is truth. This is epsilon, and this is like omega, the Alterus, children of the mountain. All that stuff is on this side. On this side is doubters, unsavables, and the fibs, aka the FIB, you know, just all of those aspects of things that give you nothing. They're blatantly there, but they give you nothing. Shit. Zero. Okay? Those are the arbitrary things. And you gotta understand, so many people are wondering, okay, well, dude, you don't know what you're talking about because there's no fucking jetpack. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's a jetpack right now, okay? If you're asking my personal opinion, do I feel? Yeah. But that's just my personal opinion, okay? But as far as this hunt is going, we are going to figure out certain things, okay? So we can figure out what they really are, okay? Now, like I said, these are lies, these are truths. FIB, Epsilon, Omega, all of the cults. But what they have done is split it down the middle in a mirrored image as part of a duality. And then from these lies, okay, are switched. And over here you have a presumable truth, FIB, all of the things that look like just answers, physical. And then all the shit that gets obscured, like the shit that's in the story and the things that these motherfuckers are telling you. It's all getting just obscured. That's the shit they're talking about. You have to understand it's just part of all of it. I know this looks like gibberish, man, but you just have to understand what I'm saying. There's a reason they mention trees, branches. They grow on and on and on and on. Like, because of dualities. It's the same ethic. You have to just use your brain. If you keep trying to add physicalities to why something is wrong all day, you're going to find them. But guess what? You're going to get stuck on one side, being negative all day. And they knew it. They split this game down the middle. You don't think this game is backwards? Why the fuck are the Grove Street and the Ballers in two different fucking areas? They did that shit for no reason. No reason. You could say, oh yeah, time progressed and it's just not the same neighborhood. And dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They didn't even create think about this. They didn't even create a mechanic for you to do a takeover. They didn't do a mechanic for any type of situation with those gangs being switched or you even taking a territory. They had that shit in San Andreas. But you know what they did do? They kept it the way it was so you can forever see that this game is backward. Okay, so I need you to understand the way I'm going with this, okay? Dualities. When you open up more, they just keep opening and opening and opening. That means if you start reaching for physical shit, you're only going to see just as many clues, okay? That's why you think you're always fucking right, all right? But you're not accounting for the side that seems wrong. You don't give a fuck. You're just going for what seems logical. But you're talking about logic, alright? You're talking about stern logic in a game that talks about aliens and smoking weed to see them. Come on now, that ain't logical. Because it's a lie. You're supposed to reverse it. People who smoke weed, they're bullshit and they don't know what they're talking about, right? Flip it. They know exactly what they're talking about. Aliens, all that shit is real. Proof. And they're showing you that the proofs are there, but only if you take them as serious as the game has. Alright? If you want to take the physical shit as serious, you're going to reach certain dead ends that are only going to take you into more dead ends. It's just as mirrored. So you're going to be stuck on one fucking side trying to make bullshit logical sense of debunking. But without generosity towards ideas, you're never going to flow with things that are bringing new lights to the mystery. Whether or not you fucking think the little things, look, whether or not you think say you follow someone's path, and whether or not you think, oh, well, this doesn't make sense because there are little things that just, no, because this can mean that too, and this can mean that too. You, from this branch, have fucked around and went backwards because you don't let your mind go anywhere past this point. You stopped your fucking tree right here. You went backwards because you didn't believe in this shit. And then you started splitting backwards this way into another up here, into another branch of it because you did not care. You don't care about the possibilities. Dream an impossible dream. They're telling you this shit, dude. They're telling you that the fucking good shit is on the side that seems unlikely. It's not hard, okay? The shit that looks fucking awesome, like, okay, well, no, dude, there's no reason why I wouldn't be there. Well, dude, there's a lot of shit that's just there. You know how much shit is just in this game? That's the shit that is obscured. 1.21 gigawatts. It's everywhere and technically nowhere because you have to sit there and go to it and look at it and then think about it for one. All those little things are what tie into little proofs, all right? And you don't need to take them seriously. I just want no confusion, okay? You don't need to be a negative person about certain things. People don't need to be negative because that's what the game is telling you not to be. Understand something. When the Epsilon give you a fucking tractor, alright? You look at that shit as a lie. But you're supposed to flip it and realize that it is not something greed based and physical like money, an obvious truth to you. Alright? Money is something to be given and burned in the fire to turn into an eagle, epsilon. They say dove is also money, greed. Dove was Michael, okay? But you need to turn into an eagle, an epsilon version of Michael, Craft. They're telling you all the same shit, but if you don't take it seriously, you're going to be stuck on your so-called truth, going around and around and around and around and around and around, and we're going to be doing the exact same thing, making sense of certain things that you don't understand, because you're stuck on a whole other side. Dualities, alright? You're stuck in your own while we're stuck in our own. That's why we seem so fucking crazy to you. And people think that the epsilon are fucking crazy because they have found just as much truth in their lies as you have in your supposed truth.